Good morning. It's a beautiful day. I'm so happy to be here. Just dropping into a little bit of mindful presence this morning, dropping into our bodies, dropping into our inner awareness, and tapping into our soul's inner wisdom. Let's begin by just tapping into our breath. Take an inhale, sip in the breath, sip it all the way up. Hold it all the way at the top. Hold it up there. And empty it out. Release. Take an inhale, drawing the arms up overhead. Palms touch. And exhale them down through crown, third eye to heart center. Another inhale, take in, feel the belly expand, creating space in the body. And exhale, release it out. Another inhale, drawing everything up, palms touch. And exhale down through crown, third eye to heart center. We'll take another inhale, reaching the arms up high overhead. And exhaling now, taking it over to one side. Extending, lengthening through the whole top side of the body. Lengthening out from your hip all the way to your fingertips. And opening back up to the center. Taking it over to the other side. Lengthening out. Rooting down through the right hip, through the other side. And inhale back up through center. Reaching back, opening out the arms. And extending back down. Another inhale, taking the arms up overhead. Exhale, twist over towards one side. Your back arm falls behind you. Top hand finds your leg in the front. Inhale to lift and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist. Looking over your back shoulder. Inhale to lift. Exhale, twisting deeper. Inhale, back through center, reaching up. Exhale, twist over to the other side. Lifting, growing tall through your spine. Exhale, twist deeply. Looking over your back shoulder. And inhaling back through center, reaching up high. And exhale, coming forward, reaching out, extending through the arms. Walk your hands out, hips are high in the air. And melt your heart down. Getting a nice stretch through the shoulders, through the chest. Letting everything, the knees down, the whole upper body melting down to the earth. And walking back up. Coming onto hands and knees. Planting the hands, the elbows and shoulders stacked over the wrists. Hips over the knees. And just stretch out the spine with a few cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Tailbone lifts. Exhale, press into the hands, doming out the back. Head lowers, looking between your legs. Inhale, belly drops, head lifts. Exhale, pressing it out, arching the back, stretching out the spine, looking down between your legs. Smoothing out all the creases in your neck. And inhale back to a neutral spine. Letting it all go. We'll plant the left hand into the mat. Inhale, sweep the right arm up, reaching for the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, sliding the right arm under the left. And reaching until your head and shoulder come down to the mat. Shifting the hips back in space. Maybe your top arm walks all the way out to the edge. Maybe you reach it up and bend it behind your back. Lifting and opening through the chest as you peel your top shoulder back. Breathing into the hips, into the lower back. And inhale, press the left hand into the mat. Sweep the right arm back out and up. Exhale, plant the right hand. And inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Left arm goes under the right. Releasing the head and shoulder down. Top arm can reach around like a broken wing. Shifting the hips to square them off. Lifting and opening through the chest. Deep breaths. And inhale back through center, pressing into the right hand. Inhale, left arm sweeps through and lowering back down, coming to a neutral spine. We'll tuck the toes and just rock back and forth on hands and knees, just stretching out, releasing the hips, moving through space, just like you're stirring a pot of honey, opening, finding little spots that feel good. And now, sitting back onto the toes, just giving a little gentle pressure. Maybe lift up onto the toes like a toe stand. My right toe is a little tight. just kind of working through to open the toes, stretch it out. If anything hurts, don't press anymore. I'm gonna go easy because I did something to my right toe and it doesn't feel normal. So just taking it easy. And we'll lift the hips, press up into a down dog, just to open through the knees, release the hips. And coming back down to a comfortable seat. Bring the feet to touch. Open the knees out wide. And inhale to lift. Exhale, fold forward over your feet, giving a nice stretch into the lower back. Only going as low as to your edge. Deep breaths. And inhale, rising back up, extending the legs out straight. Inhale to lift. Exhale, fold, reaching for your toes. Maybe flexing and pointing through the feet. Slight rolling of the ankles, stretching everything out. Maybe even give a little tapping to your legs. Waking up the energy. Feels good. Maybe go all the way up. Tapping onto the shoulders and arms, chest. And then maybe a little gentle tapping through the face. Just a little stimulation. Wake everything up. And let's find a comfortable seat, maybe something to sit up on. We're gonna do a little tarot reading. This is the mirror of the soul. So I like to just tap in with these cards every day, and it's just a reflection of your inner consciousness, your inner awareness, and gives just a little gentle guidance for the day. So as I pull these cards, I'm going to read the descriptions, the interpretations from the book. I don't like to try to interpret the cards like I'm psychic. I just read the interpretations and find the meaning, and you can do that as well. I'll pull these cards for myself and for each of us. So this reading is for all of us. You can interpret it individually, and then you can also interpret it on a larger scale of humanity, of the world. So this first card we're going to pull is looking at the situation that we're looking at it. What's going on? What are we healing? What are we learning? What is this about? That's what this first card is. You can give it a shuffle. And let's see what the first card is. What is this situation about today? Ooh, happiness. One of my favorite cards. The artwork on these cards is so beautiful. Okay, So happiness, 9 of Cups. Let's see. Jupiter in Pisces, bliss, overflowing love, deep joy, blessings. The 9 cups are symmetrically arranged in the painting. All is harmonic and balanced. An open lotus flower bends over each cup and pours out its energy. The cups are filled and overflow, symbolic of manifold gifts. The influence of Jupiter in the sign of Pisces creates more than a feeling of mere sympathy. A great sense of blessedness arises from total joy. The quality of this joy shows that it is deeply rooted. It is not the result of some superficial pleasure. It speaks of bliss, which derives its energy from the deepest reaches of a soul at peace. This moment is filled with harmony and inner joy. Open yourself to it totally. Don't miss it. And then there's always a little question and an affirmation. I like to share those too. Where do you seek and where do you find your true happiness? Hi, Mike. Breathe and feel. If you are alone, enjoy your solitude. If you are together with others, enjoy their presence. If you have a job to do it in silent devotion. Happiness is my natural condition. So, looking at this card in terms of all of us, humanity, there's definitely something unfolding, something that's spreading through us right now. People are coming together. People are standing by one another, even in the face of uncertainty, chaos. And people are coming together to stand in their truth and to do what they're here to do. So that's how I look at that one. You can interpret it for yourself in your own way. Okay, this next card is what is mastered in relation to this situation. What is mastered already? Okay, this card. This is lust. So let's see what it says. Leo, passion, multidimensional creativity, talents, strength, integration of animalistic energies, overcoming old fears and conditionings. The traditional name of this card is Strength. Crowley renamed the card because its meaning includes more than the word strength expresses. Lust means more than vital strength. It includes also joy in and the enjoyment of that strength. It means also passion. A woman sits on the back of a lion. In her right hand, she holds the Holy Grail, which is inflamed with the fire of love and death, and raises it into the heights. The card is a representation of divine intoxication, divine ecstasy, divine madness. The woman appears intoxicated. The lion is also inflamed by lust. His 7 heads are those of an angel, a saint, a poet, an adulteress, a daring man, a satyr, and a lion serpent. They symbolize different aspects and viewpoints, which now unite and meld together as a single perceptive force in one orgiastic experiencing. They are independent of morality and limiting rationalism. The energy forms expressed here are those of an archetypal creative order. The animal within is not tamed and integrated through struggle and repression, but through affirmation and surrender. The strength you gain in this process helps you overcome old fears and restrictive conditioning, represented by the folded hands, and the faces of the saints seen dimly in the background. The 10 faintly radiating circles scattered behind the woman and lion show the fading old moral ideals, which will now be replaced by the fresh ones pulsating at the top of the picture, symbolizing the new light which streams snake light in all directions to destroy the world and create it anew. This process of recreation is again symbolized in the lion's tail, a serpent with a lion's head. The woman's head is turned completely toward the urn of fire. She's totally absorbed in the energy of transformation inherent in any total and conscious surrender. This is the secret of Tantra, the awareness which perceives the fullness of each moment and accepts all of life, rejecting nothing. Lust reveals its valuable creative potential only when fully tasted, savored, and drunk in. Only then can it be understood and implemented in your own process of becoming aware. The way to the light passes through all aspects of darkness. If you're ready to accept all which you find in yourself, you will be able to move through everything with deep sensitivity, awareness, love, and understanding. What areas of your life would you like to live out more fully? What has prevented you from doing so in the past? Are you ready to deal with this now? Take everything in with more awareness. We often experience emotions such as love, sadness, pain, rage, or fear as obstacles only because we have never learned to use them as potential energy. And the affirmation is I enjoy living to the utmost. So, this is really urging us to just dive into our experiences, feel our emotions without repression, without fear or guilt, and just express and drink in all that life has to offer. Okay, this next one is what we're working on, what we're still working towards, what we're building, what we're growing, what we're working on. Let's see, we got the Emperor. Okay, this card all right, the Emperor. Aries, pioneer, discoverer, leader, initiator, creative wisdom, great leadership qualities, urge for action, adventurousness, new beginning, fatherhood, authority. The emperor is portrayed as a crowned man in a majestic gown. The globe with the Maltese cross, symbol of imperial dignity, represents the unification of wisdom and worldly mastery. His throne sorry. His throne, which glows with the fiery colors of Mars and the sun, is ornamented with the heads of wild Himalayan rams. His scepter also bears the symbol of power and adventurousness. The reclining lamb with the flag of peace represents the other aspect of the ram. The qualities of true leadership include humility and submission to the cosmic law, as well as dynamism and power. A deep understanding and constant consideration of the will of the whole are also necessary. A ruler with these qualities is filled with a tremendous compassion, which will allow him or her to sacrifice the self for the good of the whole. The double eagles symbolize the inner and outer changes brought about by the creative energy of the sun and also refer to the emperor's creative energy. He heralds the beginning of an enterprise or a new phase in life. This new beginning may be an extension or expansion of the realm of rule, dominion, or mastery, or the conquering of new territories, also symbolized by the emperor's legs, crossed in the form of the number 4. Compare also the Prince of Wands, On the material plane, the new beginning may mean starting a promising new project, a change in career, travel, or fatherhood. On the inner plane, new realizations may emerge, insights in areas previously unfamiliar, discs to the right and left with exploding stars, or dramatic self revelation and self discovery are also possible. As long as the Emperor's powers are used for transformation and new beginnings, their effect is beneficial. But beware using them to preserve the status quo. When used to preserve the status quo, the structure of the Emperor's realm petrifies. His boldly determined expression becomes frozen. His authority, once grounded in wisdom, expresses as authoritarian domination. Living in fear of change, he attempts to rip any rebellion in the bud. He is then doomed. His own resistance to the flow of the Tao sooner or later will topple his reign. This is a propitious moment for a change or new beginning. Trust your own energy and move with it. What revitalization does your life need? Are there steps you would like to take toward this? Examine yourself critically, especially in regard to your relations with subordinates and superiors. I trust my power. I rule by serving. I serve by ruling. So I can interpret this personally, as we each can, and then looking at it on a wider scale as it pertains to the world and humanity. There is a lot going on, a lot being called into question right now. The patriarchy, a lot of questions around authority and leadership. And I think the indications from this are clear. And just remembering, it's a reminder to use authority to serve and to support and take care of, considering the will of the whole as opposed to self preservation, self enrichment. So it's a slight admonishment to those in power to use it wisely and compassionately. All right, the next card is the energies coming in from the outside. What are we being given to work with in this situation? I love this. Love. We need that. All right, let's read. That's one of my favorite cards. I love when I get my favorite cards. Okay, Two of Cups. Venus in Cancer, receptive love, happy relationships, emotional exchange. If you love yourself, you're attractive to others. Your receptiveness towards yourself prepares you to give yourself totally to someone else. A deep emotional exchange will be possible, a giving and receiving of overflowing love. The union occurs in complete harmony, as symbolized by the entwined fishes. Two lotus blossoms rise out of the mud and bloom. The cups are filled and overflow, symbolizing the overflowing emotional riches present. This is an image of complete joy and silent ecstasy. The water is still and the sky clear blue. Deep joy flows into the emotions, and the energy of renewal permeates them. Thoughts are free and clear. Seen through the eyes of love, the world appears transformed. Your readiness to receive love makes you attractive. Surrender to yourself, to others, to life. With which persons, in which surroundings can you now share your love? Pay attention to the love coming to you now. Remain open and let it enter you and go deep inside. There is nothing to do but enjoy what life offers. I am now ready to let into my life the love relationships which will fulfill me. That's what we're all tapping into right now. The love coming in from the universe, from everywhere, from everyone. Even if it's misdirected in some cases, even if it's expressed in fearful ways, there's love behind everything. And when we learn to accept it and embrace it, it becomes more clear, more felt. Okay, this is the last card that really sums up the whole reading. This I got this reading from someone, and this is called "What's Dope About This Lesson." So this is the "What's Dope About This Lesson" card. Let's see. I'm gonna give it a shuffle for this one. Okay. Hmm. Completion. Four of Wands. Venus in Aries. Completion, unity, possibility of new beginnings. The circle is full. All contradictions and opposites come together and connect at the center. The harmony between male and female, active and passive, has returned. The fire of creativity is kindled by this occurrence. Venus, symbol of beauty and love, combines with Aries, the principle of new beginnings. The heart pushes forth and seeks the development of the beautiful in new directions. Before the new can arise, the old must be complete. The conflict between opposites must be resolved in a way which will further you on the way toward your highest goal. Tension in relationships can work positively when the individuality of each partner is recognized and respected. This makes it possible for you to support one another in moving forwards. Something beautiful is making its way into your relationships. You may notice it at first as established conditions are called into question and discussed openly. Clarifying the old is a prerequisite for a new oneness, a new beginning. Are you prepared to accept your partner as she is in spite of your differences? What areas are in urgent need of clarification or resolution? Is there some tension between you and someone else? If so, now is a good time to clarify and resolve the interaction and complete the old. Completing the old frees me for the new. I don't think anything needs to be said about that. This is this is the inevitable resolution. We come to completion. Everything merges at the center. And the the truth is inevitable. Everything comes to full circle. So interesting when you look at it in terms of humanity, the happiness that we all can tap into, the connection between all of us, our natural state. the lust, the strength, the ability to feel into each moment and enjoy what life truly has to offer. What we're working on, carefully balancing power and authority with compassion and service. And the energies coming in, love that we can all feel and all breathe into, and moving into completion. Everything comes full circle and brings us into the new energies that we're stepping into here. We are ready. We're coming together and we'll hold each other through this. Okay. Let's drop into our awareness for a moment. So, I love doing these readings. I do this every morning and I'm going to start sharing it. And just offers a little guidance for the day, for your meditation. So let's drop in, take a breath, inhale, reach the arms up overhead and draw them down, bringing the palms to heart center. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, empty it out. Let's do a little alternate nostril breathing. So bring the right hand in front of the face and just allow your middle fingers to just rest between your eyes at third eye center. We use the thumb and pinky to close off the nostrils. And this breathing technique is excellent to just drop us into the present moment. Take an inhale through both nostrils, fill up with breath, and exhale, release it out. Inhale through both nostrils, close the right nostril with your thumb, and exhale out through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril, close with your pinky, and exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right, close it off, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, close, exhale through the right. You can continue a few more rounds on your own, inhaling, exhaling until you feel complete. And then lower your hand down. Allow the eyes to float closed. And inhale, sip in the breath all the way up to the crown. Sip it a little higher, a little more. Hold it, and release the breath out. Send it all the way down to your toes. Another inhale, fill up with breath. Sip in a little more, hold it, and open the mouth, empty out all the breath. Everyone wants to join me for meditation. And for my electric blanket. It's cold out. Okay. Dropping into our awareness. Dropping in. Take an inhale, fill up. And on the exhale, see the numbers 3, 3, 3. Dropping into the third level of awareness. Another inhale, fill up. And on the exhale, see the numbers 2, 2, 2. Dropping into the second level of awareness. Another inhale, fill up. And on the exhale, see the numbers 1, 1, 1. And you are at the deepest level of awareness. Dropping into meeting yourself at this deepest level, the deepest, innermost, authentic, most infinite part of you. Breathe yourself there, deeper and deeper and deeper into your inner awareness. So safe, so protected. Meeting yourself inside of the deepest knowing. Allowing yourself to float and drift through your inner awareness, noticing, just noticing, just breathing, nothing else to do, nothing else to be, just presence, awareness, and breath. Breathing yourself deeper and deeper into your inner wisdom, where all the truth, all of the knowledge exists. Breathing yourself into this space of this inner knowing. And here you can ask yourself one question that's been quietly trying to get your attention. one question that's longing to be heard, to be answered, dropping into your inner knowing, presenting the question and leaving it there, dropping in deeper and deeper into trust and allowance. You have the answers within you. It may come to you like a voice, like your inner voice that you hear. It may come like an image, a picture, a feeling, a symbol. Be open, trust, and allow whatever comes. It may come to you later. It may come in meditation or sleep. It may come when you least expect it. Be open, be aware, be present with it so that when it comes, you know, you'll know. Trusting and allowing. We'll take a deep inhale, taking in, filling up. Sip it all the way up to the top. Hold it there. Open the mouth and sigh it out, releasing all the breath. Beginning to bring some gentle awareness back to the body, to this space, to this moment. Noticing where you feel grounded and where you feel ready to move. Maybe begin wiggling fingers and toes, circling ankles and wrists, maybe circling the neck, waking the body back up. And slowly, when you're ready, coming back to this space, back to your body, back to this moment. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, keeping them low. Don't look right at the screen. Thank you so much for joining me for this soul mirror reading and meditation. Let's just take a nice stretch overhead, reaching our arms up. Take a little twist, reaching behind. Back through center, twisting the other way. And we've been sitting for a while, so hop up onto your toes. Give a little bounce, stretching it out. And lift the hips, coming into a down dog. Pedal out the feet. Come up all the way onto tippy toes, rocking back and forth, and lowering back down I'm going to step my right foot all the way up, taking a low lunge and resting the back knee, pressing into my front hip, extending and lengthening through the bottom of the thigh, the top of the left thigh, and sit the hips back in space, stretching out through the front leg, folding forward over your front leg in a half split, breathing through and shifting. Slide the right knee back underneath, step the left foot up and pressing forward into your low lunge, coming forward above the back knee, pressing into the left hip, stretching through the inner thigh of the left leg and through the whole groin and thigh muscles in the back leg. Breathing deeply. And exhale, begin to shift back, lengthening the front leg. Folding gently over your front leg. Inhale, exhale. And shifting the left leg back. Maybe stretching out the spine again with a couple cat-cows. Just lifting through as you stretch out the spine. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. I hope you can find wisdom in the words and find your truth within. Bringing the palms together, remembering that as you move through your day, you have everything you need within you. As you navigate through the chaos of the world, the uncertainty, you can always turn within. Your power lies within you, in the present moment, in your inner awareness, where you always have choice. You always can choose how you respond in each moment, how you show up, and how you choose to create the life you want to live and the person that you want to be and the world you want to live in. We are the creators, but we have to be present and aware, or we lose our power. We give it away. I hope that you can join me for this daily practice to help us tap into our inner awareness and power so that we can come together and consciously create the world we want to have. The light within me recognizes, honors, and reflects the light within each of you with so much love and gratitude. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day and stay warm. I love you so much.